Now the topic of choice, most commonest cause of under 5 mortality rate and neonatal mortality rate. So we have a very beautiful topic. The mnemonic we have is Punjab National Bank. PNB, Punjab National Bank, is the mnemonic for the most commonest cause of neonatal mortality rate and under 5 mortality rate. So P for, very importantly, that is prematurity. So see, what again, relax, think, what am I asking you? Most commonest cause of newborns dying in India or under 5 babies dying in India. Okay, so both have the same answers, and both these three top answers are the neonatal problem. So P for, you can say, complications of prematurity, P for complications of prematurity, N for neonatal infections, N for neonatal infections, and B for birth asphyxia. B for birth asphyxia. So all these three things are the most commonest cause of neonatal mortality rate and under 5 mortality rate. So prematurity, neonatal infections, and birth asphyxia, PNB is the mnemonic for this. This is the most commonest cause of under 5 mortality rate and neonatal mortality rate. In one of this AIMS question also, they had asked regarding the ascending order also of the most commonest causes. So this is the ascending order, you should know. Okay, yes, perfect, done. So is early delivery planned? How can we help the baby? If is early delivery planned, how can we help the baby? How can you help the baby if you are planning for early delivery? Naturally, one very simple pointer which we all know, that antenatal steroids to the mother. We're gonna give antenatal steroids. So we all know antenatal steroids to the mother. They are given to the mother for the baby's lung maturity. There has a very clear understanding here. They are given to the mother when she is pregnant, when she has a baby inside her tummy, and that, so to the mother for her baby's lung maturity. Once the baby is out, then how can we help the baby? Obviously we can help the baby by giving surfactant to the baby, And how do you give surfactant to the baby? By the INSURE technique. One of the very latest question, what is INSURE technique? INSURE technique is nothing but intubate, surfactant, and extubate. So intubate, surfactant, and extubate. You intubate the child, give surfactant, and extubate the child is known as INSURE technique. Is done for the babies who are suffering from a disease known as hyaline membrane disease, or also known as respiratory distress syndrome. HMD is a dedicated topic we're gonna do anyhow. Okay, so is early delivery planned? Yes. If the mother is pregnant, you're gonna give steroids to the mother and when she is pregnant. Once the baby is out, there is no use of giving steroids to the mother. You directly give surfactant to the baby by using the INSURE technique, and INSURE technique star mark is an MCQ. Okay, next question. Antenatal steroids. What are the options we have for antenatal steroids? So we all know that A, B, C, D. B for betamethasone and D for dexamethasone. B for betamethasone and D for dexamethasone is the mnemonic. And what is the dose of betamethasone? The dose of betamethasone is 12 into 2 is 24. 12 into 2 is 24 is the mnemonic. That is 12 mg, 2 doses, 24 hours apart. So 12 mg, 2 doses, 24 hours apart is the dose for betamethasone, whereas 6 mg, 4 doses, 12 hours apart, that is the dose for dexamethasone. So 12 mg, 2 doses, 24 hours apart for betamethasone, and 6 mg, 4 doses, 12 hours apart for the dexamethasone. So this is the mnemonic we must appreciate for the betamethasone and dexamethasone. And once the baby is out, we are giving surfactant to the baby. Acha, how this betamethasone and dexamethasone are given? This betamethasone and dexamethasone are given intramuscular. They are given intramuscular to the mother, IM to the mother. Achha, one more question they ask, what is the absolute contraindication? What is the absolute contraindication of giving steroids to the mother? This also is an exam question, that what is the absolute contraindication of giving steroids to the mother? If the case is of chorioamnionitis, in that condition, very importantly, we don't give steroids to the mother. If the mother is suffering from betamethasone, dexamethasone is not given. And very importantly, how do you know if the mother mother is suffering from chorioamnionitis? Foul smelling liquor. Foul smelling liquor is something must appreciate for the exam purpose. Foul smelling liquor. Okay, so this is important for this one for the understanding. And one more question: which mother or which weaker mothers, we are expecting to give this antenatal steroids? 24 to 34 weaker. 24 to 34 weeks of pregnancy who are planned for a urgent, within 24 hours they have a leaking per vagina and we are expecting a delivery. For that mothers we are giving this antenatal corticosteroids. So the answer is 24 to 34 weaker. Remember that, okay? And it is given intramuscular. That is important for the exam purpose. A beautiful question. Let's see who can answer. Which one of the following is strongly recommended intervention to reduce the mortality and prevent the future neurodevelopmental impairment in a preterm neonate? In a preterm neonate, how can you help the preterm neonate? The answer is IVIG administration. When are you giving IVIG? IVIG is given in Kawasaki disease, Guillain-Barré disease. It is given for, kind of a last resort for neonatal sepsis or even phototherapy also. So this is not the right answer. Okay. Use of insulin for hyperglycemia? No. Avoiding aminoglycoside exposure? No. The best answer for this question is use of antenatal corticosteroids is the best answer. Perfect. Very good. Next question. AIMS question. What is the recommended dose of steroids for the attaining the fetal lung maturity? So very simple question. So we all know that. So what do you think? We all know 12 into 2 is 24. So 12 mg, 2 doses, 24 hours apart. Betamethasone is the answer for this question.